Christy.
Oh, she sees you, Christy. Yeah.
What's the background there?
Bella, hey Bella. I remember Bella. How are you? And Tamika, welcome.
Well, we have actually Marianne Figures with us,
Yes.
and Marianne is one of our most recent success stories that we wanted to introduce everyone to tonight. So we asked her to join us.
Yeah, we wanted her to be here because she just became a one-star executive, which means she just developed a brand new executive within the last few days. So we're proud of her.
Congratulations, Marianne.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gosh,
It's
that's amazing.
Exciting journey.
Awesome. Well, I
She
can't
has
wait.
an amazing story, Robin. So we say she had to join us. Her story, when you hear it, I think everybody's gonna be blown away.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is amazing. Well, we can start. I think, okay, I did hit record, like, just to, respect everyone's time here. I'm so thankful for you both to joining. Everybody's here tonight. The whole team, and teamwork makes the dream work. And so this community and Isogenics and just you all, I mean, it's been like 5 years ago since I think I met you, and just such genuine hearts of gold and helping a lot of people. And I want you all to share your story. And then we can just ask questions. This is kind of informal, formal, whatever. Just some tips and how you have been successful, how you've been sharing, but really what your journey is, where you came from. Because we know in corporate America, I kind of shared with some people that you were in corporate, and then you did some other network marketing and some of the hurdles that you overcame.
We both have an IT background, so we actually have college degrees, but we left the corporate sector probably about, for me, 21 years. So we've been in the network marketing space over 22 years. And actually, I have not looked back. It's been an amazing journey. We've only partnered with 3 companies, and God saved the best for last, which is Isogenics. This year on October 1st will be exactly 11 years since we've been partnered with Isogenics, right, babe?
Absolutely.
And so we was able to retire my husband. He left corporate. I let him share his own story. But both of us, like I say, have a computer science background. But what we so love about the industry is financial freedom, being in control, and being able to do what we want to do with whom we want to do it with, and to help a lot of people. It's all about service and giving back and helping people. And we're very passionate. So I always tell people that, when you find your passion, that will lead you to your purpose.
Yeah. And for me, real quickly, I think one thing that's important to note is that we were dealing with some health issues also when we got introduced to Isogenics, and certainly can't ignore the fact that these products have made a tremendous change or enhancement or whatever you want to call it in their lives. And so I was dealing, as we all know, we can't make any medical claims here, or we can't claim to cure, mitigate, or any diseases. But the truth of the matter is, we all know our own bodies, right? And I was dealing with some health issues. I mean, from pain, joint pains, and from running for many years, marathoning, and dealing with some other health things. And so those products really changed my life. Okay, and I made me a tremendous believer in Isogenics and in the products, and I know Gwen was dealing with some health issues also.
Yeah, well, I was on a plethora of medication, and again, I always put my disclaimer up there that Isogen don't claim to treat, cure, or mitigate any disease. But what we know in a healthy body, your body will heal itself, right? Once you get healthy. So I think my body was lacking nutrition, because every disease is lack of a mineral deficiency. So when we started using these products, we've used great products before, but these are exceptional.
This took the
And
cake.
so it took it to another level with our health. I was dealing with not blood sugar issues, but high cholesterol, acid reflux. The weight was spiraling out of control. I was having poor digestive issues, no energy, and I'm 59 years young, and I feel better at 59 than 39, and that's no joke. So I have an abundance of energy.
I robbed the cradle. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Right. We're the same age. He always say that. Well, actually, I got him by 10 months.
Actually, she's older than
me. So I'm
actually
actually 10 months older. Yeah, 10 months older.
She robbed the cradle.
But I can tell you, I feel more alive. I have much better recall. My energy is back. So that's what really impressed us. The products wowed us first.
It did. It really did.
But I can tell you, but also I got to tell you, the money has been phenomenal. And that happened as a result of blessing people with the gift of health. because it's all about how many lives you've impacted, right? And we touch a lot of lives. And Marianne gonna share her story later, but I can tell you she's right at 73 years young, and she been
Wow.
with the,
Wow.
yeah, but Marianne, she doesn't look 73, does she? I'm telling you, she doesn't. And I guess
All
it was
right.
okay for me to share your age, Marianne, because a lot of people don't want people to know their age, but I say we're blessed to still be here, and age is just a number, because just because we age and don't mean we have to look like it or feel like it, especially with this collagen.
And I would say I bring up the idea of the products first because, you know, when you've been in network marketing for a number of years, people think it's just simply all about the money, but it isn't. Because I fundamentally believe that if you don't have a great product, you don't have a business.
Right.
You know, it's not going to last. Anyway, let's put it that way. It's just simply not going to last. And so while some people join network marketing think, you know what, how do you make the money? How do you make, we had a call like that tonight with a lady who was introduced to someone who, you know, okay, yeah, it sounds like great products, but how do I make the money, right? You know, no interest in the products whatsoever. And, you know, we've been down that path before. People who come in here who thinks it's just simply all about the money is just simply not going to last, because you got to develop some belief in these products. You really do. And so while not everybody likes shakes, well, we got a solution for you. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to take vitamins, but we got a solution for you.
Right.
You know,
but
and
at
so
the end of the day, people need to get paid too.
and we know they want to make money
They
now.
want to make money, so we got to show them both. We focus on the product, but we also focus a lot on how can we radically change your bank account. We don't have to wait on a stimulus check, guys. We can create our own stimulus and get that paid strongly every Monday.
Yeah.
Right, every week. So we call them Fun Mondays.
but you know, and that's what, you know, I know we just kind of talking here, but
no, this is great.
Gwen made a point. You know what? People ask all the time, well, how do you guys create consultants? You know, how do you create managers, directors, and executives? Marianne will attest to this. It's getting people paid.
That's it.
You know, people want to make money today more than ever before. In fact, they need money. Stop trading time for money,
right?
Which is what typically is happening today. And so, but and Isogenics has a way of doing it. And so we, you know, we could talk all night long, as you can see.
Yeah,
but before we do, why don't we have Marianne, if you don't mind, then maybe we could take some questions.
Because one thing I want to say too is making certain they don't miss those deadlines. Once they become an associate, we make certain we get in the trenches with them and they know their deadline for Chris the manager, Chris the director, Chris the executive. So Marianne got a lot of Chris the managers, directors, and also executives. And Marianne, I'm gonna turn it over to you. We brought you on because we felt like, based on what Robin and I was talking about, I thought you would be our latest success story. So we're gonna have you share your story.
And Marianne, before you do that, I want to say this to everybody, and it's part of the reason why we invited. We want you to glean from her story tonight is to never give up.
Right.
Never give up, because here's a woman who actually has been with us for what, 9 years now, Marianne? 9 years now. 9 years, and I'm gonna have her tell us 8, 9 years now. So she's been a while, right? But she never gave up.
And she never flushed her volume either.
She never gave up.
She stayed a paid as consultant.
We saw something in her years before, and we just would not give up on her. And so, Marianne, why don't you share with everyone tonight, you know, kind of your story, your own version of your story.
Thank you all so much for the privilege and the opportunity to talk to you all today. But I'm here because of Gwen and Ledell. They were there from the beginning. I heard about Isogenics from a friend. So they were having a meeting at their home on a Sunday afternoon. I got in my car and drove 4 hours to get to them. And when they got through talking, and I listened to everybody talk about how the products were benefiting them, I said, well, how can I get it? I'm 4 hours away. So they told me about, you know, being able to become an associate and everything. I said, okay. And so I got the products because my mom was sick at the time and I wanted her health to be better. And I tested it. She was in the nursing home at the time. And so I had them to draw some blood, and I looked at her stats because I do have a nursing degree too. So I looked at her stats, and then the next month I had them to do it again each month, and I could see she was getting better and better off the products. So I wouldn't let go, you know. So I spent my time focusing on my mom as much time as I could because at the time I was teaching. And so after that, I, you know, after she passed, I just kind of relaxed. And then I had you know, COVID came about. And so I like, okay, I had a cousin out of town on my mom's side died. I was relatively young, and a cousin on my mom and my dad's side died. And I said, you know what? This is a shame. I know something that could help these people. I need to get busy. But now through those 8 years, Gwen and Ledell never gave up on me. They always says, Marianne, you're building volume, you're doing good. You know, like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
Money in the bank.
They kept encouraging me. And so to me, if you're going to be leaders, even like you are future leaders, you can't give up on people. Just see the potential, encourage them, you know. And sometimes I would get $54 every new moon. And okay, they said, great, you got some money.
So Marianne, if you don't mind, how much have you earned over the last 4 months since you got in focus?
After I got focused, in the last 4 months, I've earned over $22,000 in this business.
Give her a hand clap, y'all.
Yeah. And so, yeah. And so,
but Gwen and Ledell was always there, you know, like, you know, to guide me and encourage me to move forward. And to me is that it's so important to have that kind of leadership. Even the new people, you have to learn. You just don't bring people in, but you work with them and make sure that they find success. And guess what? You'll be like me, you'll find success. And I'm so happy. And I just want to share it with people. I love what I'm doing. And I think people.
And Marianne, approximately about how many Krista managers do you have
in your business?
In your business.
In my business, I think it's about 8 within that time period.
Yeah.
And
Within that 4 month period.
Within the last 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
So she got 8 Krista managers, and you just developed a brand new executive also within the last 2 weeks.
Marianne, okay, how are you what are you doing? Do you do Zoom calls? Do you do in-person events? Like, how are you creating consultants? How are you creating managers?
Well, most of all is that I've started a list, and I make a list of who I'm going to invite, who I'm going to talk to today. And I'm not discouraged because it starts with you. You know, you got to say, okay, no means on to the next person. O-N, two letters, O-N, on to the next person. So don't take it personal. And so you keep talking and you tell people about the products. And I think the energy that you have, people can see it. The sincerity you have, people can see it. And they okay, I get it. You know, like today, I had my neighbor, and I had 3 words to say to her. I said, you got to get these products. I got them in my house. It's $150. And you need it since you work in the medical field. She said, oh, okay. She said, I'm gonna pull $300. How much you say? 150. I'll bring it back to you. Bam, just like that.
Oh my gosh.
I had just got my products in for me. And then I had one. So it's just a matter of being, I think, confidence in yourself, you know.
Yeah. So what are your favorite products?
You know what? I don't set a favorite product before me. I listen to what they say they need. You know, if they're having the back trouble, then I know what we have for that. You know, I talk to them about the patches. I talk to them about whatever we have. Bone.
Like, but what does your typical day look like with the products for you?
My typical day, I get up in the morning and I do my moringa with my super mix and Ionic Supreme.
Okay.
And that, you know, the moringa is a super mix with the Ionic Supreme and the water. I take that every morning, first thing.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to have my Zango Reserve. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my morning pack. My morning pack, I start morning pack of vitamins. So I'm into isogenics. You know, I'm into it. I use the products myself. So I can tell people how it's benefiting them. Right. And then I do my cleanse and then go through and do my shake. So it's a regimen, it's a routine.
Mhm.
And when you do, you can tell people with confidence how it's affecting them.
But-
And I think that's what they see.
No, totally. You have to be you can't talk with passion about the products with you not a product of the product, right?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So some people are probably, not everybody knows Moringa is a part of the Zija line.
Right.
And so
Right.
what do you,
They are.
because not everybody is using that because that's newer, but what do you feel like the Moringa does for you?
I think that if they, I tell them and look it up on Zoom is what I tell them on Google. Once they read and find out the benefits of the product,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna ask you for the products. You
Yeah.
know, like I had to look today, just today, I had another new person that never bought from me before came over, and she said, I said, you know, you all really need it. Your son is out there, he's home all the time. You need these products. And so she said, well, how much it's gonna cost? I said $150. I'll let you have it what I get it for, 150. So today, right now, I have $300 in my pocket
Uh-huh.
for products that, you know, just from people. So
That's
it's
amazing.
about being isogenic all the time. I'm isogenics all the time.
You know what I
And
love what she said, you guys, is she said, Google it. I'll send you the link on it. She used the tool.
She
She
does.
used the tool. Yeah, she used the tool.
Yeah.
Now I want to say this though,
Yeah.
that Marianne, and she will attest to this also. Marianne periodically stockpiles products, but they're for her own benefit, as she just said. She gets customers that way, but she also enrolls a lot of customers too.
Yeah.
Don't get it
So
wrong.
after they
Yeah.
try them, they come back and want more. She won't let them get it from her. She said, you got to have your own account. And so she's a single woman. So she was saying she's been buying products for the last 8 years because she love them. So if she's been a retired school teacher, she have a lot of people that say, well, I want to try this or try that, but we don't stockpile. We purchase products that we're consuming. But
Right.
sometimes because you have extra stuff, she'll tell people, okay, well, I'll let you try this here. And after a week or two, let's talk about what it's doing for you. And then she turn around and get them signed up with their own account.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be in the business of
No,
stockpiling.
we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I never saw me coming in with my, you know, putting my products in. So, but they were for me. You know,
Yeah.
I do my products. I take my stuff. You know,
yeah.
and so I try to try all of it. I try to try all of it. And if I don't know, you know what I do? I ask Gwen Ledell, what about this bone broth? I don't know anything about this bone broth. Okay.
But Marianne, your biggest asset is you keep your people plugged in. You get them paid quickly, but you're also keeping them plugged in. So they don't feel they're part of a community. They don't feel like they lost. I mean, we're always constantly doing all these Zoom presentation and three-way calls, but that's how your people are moving quickly because like Beretta, her and her husband both got like over $650, and to make that money in 1 week was a big deal for them to hit Krista Manager. So I think that's what's really helping you to grow fast because they seeing the products work, but they also getting paid quickly because right away we ask them, do you know 2 people that's going to eat tomorrow that can partner with you? Because I guarantee you, if you tell people that if you can find 2 people that you can take to the grocery store and then they're going to give you your products for free, trust me, they'll be lined up out the door trying to take a couple of buddies with them if they know their groceries is going to be paid for. So we want people to know that this is just food. There's no new money. Sometimes that cost objection about I can't afford it or it's too expensive. We don't believe that. I mean, people do have the money. They just redirecting a small portion of their grocery budget. But if you can show them how to get the return on their investment back quickly and they get it radically changed their life where they see the benefits in terms of more energy. It's not about just weight loss. So we know we got great products for weight loss, but we don't focus only on weight loss, although we do have a lot of people start with the 30-day basic pack, as well as sometimes the value pack. We have a number of people that do that, but I can tell you, we focusing on so much more than just the basic pack.
And I want to add to that then is the mere fact that Gwen said it's really about so much more than that. And if you think about Isogenics and what it has to offer, all of the tools and systems and training and just structure that Isogenics brings to the table, we have a lot to compare it to, because there are a lot of companies out here today that do not. In fact, I would venture to say, I don't think there's a network marketing company, period, that provides all of the support to the field that
No.
Isagenix provides to us.
No.
And it's so easy to take that for granted. I mean, when we were talking, and some of you may be familiar with this, but we were talking earlier today about, you know, when you log into your Isagenix back office, if you have any consultants yourself, you'll notice Isagenix, when you bring up your list of consultants, they have these red flags turned on.
Those red lights.
Those red lights. Those red lights turn on. That indicates to you, hey, this consultant of yours is in trouble.
Are they in grace?
Or they're in grace or something like that, right? And you know, that takes a lot of effort on the IT departments there in order to program that into the system. And it's so they give us that kind of information because they want us to get the money.
And most companies don't want.
Most companies want to keep the money.
Right.
But Isagenix is doing these kinds of things because they really want us to get paid. And that's just one example. But you look at all of the tools that we have that Isagenix provides for us. I mean, we use one of the tools that we love in most, and you're doing it here right here, Zoom.
I love it.
I mean, I think it's the best invention since God knows when.
I mean, we used to do 3 presentations a week. And people used to say, "Oh my God, you guys!" And that we talking in homes, but now
hold on, back it up. You did how many in homes a week? How long?
3. We broke it down over the last year before COVID. We was doing every Thursday, every Sunday.
2 a week, yeah.
And that was 2 a week, but we used to do 3. And so we used to always do Saturday events as well. But now Zoom is the best thing since a slice of bread, because we're able to reach more people globally. And we're happy because everybody feel connected now. So Zoom is the way to go. We have more duplication now.
So you all think you'll stick with Zoom?
We know we will.
Yes.
Honestly, we don't want to go back. We might start doing once, you know, this pandemic and more people is vaccinated. We said we'll probably do something in home maybe once a month. Ledell said, no, I think it's every other month. But I'm talking, everybody want to get back together. So maybe once a
quarter.
No. Ledell's gotten spoiled.
Once a quarter.
No, trust me, it won't be that long. But we know it won't be twice a week anymore. We'll probably do once a month or something like that.
And I say this because people are asking us, you know, when can we see you guys again? When can we get touchy, feely, you know, see each other and all that good stuff. Right. And that's great because, you know, you do miss seeing people, and we all know we haven't been able to do that. But we haven't had an in-home or live presentation over a year. And Zoom has introduced the opportunities for people like Marianne, who lives
4 hours away,
for her and her entire team to feel connected to us.
And then we got people in Connecticut, Maryland,
Texas,
New York, and they are
California.
They're excited.
All over the place who really feel like they're a part of this community now and were somewhat slighted before.
Right.
But now Zoom introduces the opportunities for really to connect. And so our business has grown.
A lot.
Yep.
I
know you guys are on fire. Really, I know some of you.
So I wanted to ask this question for either Mary, you or Gwen Ledell. You appreciate you all being here again. As far as your reach out, you know, I know most, you know, Robin talks a lot about, you know, using social media as your means to reaching out and connecting with people and drawing them in. Do you all feel that's your number one component as far as how you reach out? I mean, people I'm sure want to know how do we make our connection? How do we reach out and find new customers and get them on board for us? Is it mostly through watching them through social media, or is there other means that you guys?
That's one means for sure. No question about it. I mean, I'll just give you an example. We know people who are involved in network marketing or some type of business and what have you, who we may be friends with, right? And some people are protective of their Facebook friends list.
And some are not.
Most people aren't. Okay. And so you could very easily go and look at someone's Facebook you're friends with, and you know, and you see your friends, so you see their postings and they see your posting, your friends. But it's very often that you can go look, and this is hey guys, this is business, okay? Right. This is strictly business, so let's just be real about it. You can go look at their friends list and just kind of do a little reading on the profiles and see they're involved in business. It may take some time, but if you just do 10 of those a day, see that they're involved in business, kind of what they're doing, maybe they're involved in a network marketing business already, and just take 10 of those people a day and just maybe send them a private message. 10 of those people a day. You're not going to get them, most of them, but you can strike gold one time.
Right.
And if you think about it, if you did that just 10 people, 5 times a week, that's what, 50 people, right? Right? And you're probably going to get 1 or 2 of them, and who knows what you're going to get. And what you get might be a customer, but you don't know who that customer knows though, right?
Right. What would you?
Yeah, that customer could know a Mary Ann.
Yeah.
That's
What
right.
are you all typically, if you have any verbiage, like what are you all saying when you're doing a reach out for?
Well, you know, it could be, you want to share or you want me to share?
Sure, I'll be glad to share.
Yeah.
What you want. But one thing, because we do different things, to be
Yes.
honest.
What we
So like what we typically do, because I mean, they'll be in the basement working and maybe I'm working upstairs. Okay, we have 3 stories. So we both work in the business because we leverage each other's strengths. But one thing we do work on LinkedIn as well as, you know what I'm saying? We work the social media, but what we've been doing a lot of is reaching out to people, and we'll say stuff like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at their posts and what they're putting on their page, right? And I might, first of all, it's a relationship business. Let's say her name is, let's say Robin. Robin, you always look so glamorous. You do. And I might say, oh, those some beautiful shoes, you know, so I'm finding something to compliment first, because it's really connecting. That's the number one thing, is you gotta build that rapport and relationship. We don't focus on jumping in there, but we have a business. That's a turnoff. So it's really building rapport first, connecting, getting to know people. So I know, like for me personally, I'm from Louisiana. And so I'm reaching out to some people who went to high school with me as well as college.
Or I might be from there.
Yeah, because we're from Louisiana, right? So a lot of time I'm gonna reach out to some people, even if I don't know them, I'll make the connection, let them know I'm your homegirl, right? Or they might say my homeboy. So we just reaching out, building that rapport, getting to know each other. And then they always want to know, what do you guys do for a living? And we let them know we have our own home-based business. They want to know more, well, what type of business? And so what we quickly like to do is take it offline so we can have a one-on-one conversation.
And then there are times maybe, you know, I may come straight from a business standpoint, you know, depending on their profile, right? Depending on what their profile reads, and ask them, you know, what kind of business are you involved in? Are you seeing any success in the business? You know what I mean? Really, truthfully, you know, people who are business minded tend to want to talk business, right? And ask them, are they seeing success with the business? And I mean, well, you know, what is the business and what do you do? And this kind of, and they typically going to reverse that and start asking me questions also, right? And then I'm going to ask, well, this is great. We're having a great dialogue. Why don't we take it offline and talk about it and what have you, you know? And before you know it, once again, Mary Ann kind of alluded to it earlier. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Well, they can say no.
They say no, right? I'm not
okay,
interested.
Right?
You know, and then you can then ask them, well, do you know anybody maybe that might be interested in getting physically healthier, maybe losing some weight or making money, what have you? And so that kind of discussion happens, and most of them are going to say no. But we talk about this in our presentation.
But we also ask people, are they open to another stream of income?
Yeah.
Because nowadays people need more than just one income. Let's face it. You know, you look at people got kids in college, it's just skyrocketing in terms of the debt and student loan debt. So we often ask people, we let them know we have 2 kids, 32 and 36, and they both acquired the MBA. And this industry we call network marketing, we're proud of it. We let them know we paid cash for their education, which we did. So we can proudly say that.
Yeah.
And so
there are a lot of parents out there today
that want that,
who are thinking about that and like, oh my God, how am I going to help get these kids through college? You know, they're going to assume a lot of debt, because we can relate, because when we came out of college, we had nothing but debt.
Which took about almost 15 to 20 years to pay it back.
So that's a discussion to be had right there.
Both of our kids acquired the MBA with no student loan debt. They both own their own house and all of that stuff, but we set them up where they were not behind the 8 ball like ourselves. So we just honestly be authentic, share our story, and find out what they would like to accomplish, and what would an extra $1,000 a month do for their bank account. Or it might be an extra 5,000 to 10,000. So, you know, some people, you know, it scares them when you talk big numbers, but you got to know who you're talking to.
And here's another thing, when you go through their profile, typically that's how many kids do they have, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all, so you can have a dialogue just talking about kids and what have you. You go somewhere down the line, how old are they? And, you know, what do they plan to do? They plan to go to school or college? And we can talk about, well, you know, we have 2 kids too, and they're at this age and they went to college, they got the MBA, and we were able to pay cash for it. Now, you tell me that doesn't get somebody's attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
absolutely
But
does.
we
You know,
got a lot of people that are hairstylists, school teachers, some people that only get paid once a month. I'm telling you, or they're on their feet all day if they're doing hair. They're really excited about Isogenic and this opportunity. Marianne can attest to that. She's a retired school teacher herself. And so we got a lot of teachers too. I mean, it's a good fit for them as well as people that are hairstylists. And
they don't really make a lot of money. They
they're
work
on their feet,
hard.
they work long hours, you know,
Yeah.
and not making a whole lot.
And one of the things that I found that success with is my son, when it's time for to service his car, he hates sitting there. I said, I'll be happy to do it for you. Why? Because guess what? Those people are there, they have to wait. And everybody in that place gonna hear about Isogenics. And I
That's right.
Thank you. Okay,
That's
Marianne,
right.
like, do you hear her energy? I love it. I was just, earlier I was gonna say, like, where would you meet new people? Like, I can say all the time, but for you, every day is an opportunity to meet someone, say hi to people instead of just looking at your phone. You're meeting people in the waiting room.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
right. Even if you're at the bank, going to the post office, I don't care, if you're at the airport, no matter where you go, there's people, right? So you just got to find something to genuinely compliment. At least for me, that works best for me when I can genuinely find, like this lady had this beautiful handbag. And I love Louis Vuitton, let's face it, that's one of my favorites. So I told her, I said, oh my gosh, that's a gorgeous handbag. And she said, well, thank you. And she said, well, I like yours too. And she gonna say, you a real diva. She said, are you on your lunch break? And I said, well, actually, no. I said, actually, I work for myself. And I always take the opportunity to tell people I own my own business. I work for myself. And she said, well, do you have a business card? I'd like to hear more. Or if I'm going to get a pedicure, get my nails done. I got 3 of our executives. I met them at the nail salon. And I remember we was getting ready to fly, getting ready to go on a top achievers trip when I met the lady or whatever. And I told her we was getting ready to leave the next day to go on a trip this was when we was going to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And I remember, you remember we had the trip to the Bahamas, to the Atlantis. And I met a lady the day before, and she's still with us today, but she was one of our top executives, and she's a nurse. But what got her attention was the fact that you can win free trips. I would like to win a free trip, all expense paid, like winning a trip to Fiji. That's a dream vacation, right? So it's not bragging, but showing other people this opportunity, how they can make money and win free trips and send their kids to college. So just find out what excites them and what would they like to do.
People are looking for
an opportunity,
what we have to offer.
Yeah.
Whether it's the products, whether it's the business opportunity, we're just totally convinced people are hurting today. Financially. I mean, that's what this stimulus check is all about, right?
Yeah.
People are hurting. They physically are hurting. Financially, people are hurting. They're really looking for what we have to offer. We just need to talk about it, right? We just need to talk about it. And you got to go through some people to find the people that you're really looking for. I use the numbers all the time. I say, if people say, I'll say, well, that's not really me. I'm not into sales and this, that, or the other. We hear that, Capri. You heard it too, I'm sure, right?
Oh, yeah, it's not for me.
And we use some real basic numbers. Mary, you heard me say this, but what? We used to think that way too. I said, but this is so amazing because someone told me this once that, this is so simple. Anybody can do it. If they told me, if you just talk to 2 people a day in a year's time, do you know? Even if 90% of those people told you fail 90% of the time, you still introduce this thing to 60 people.
So it don't take a lot.
So it don't take a lot of people. I mean, I use the example of, we know it's 365 days out of the year, but if you just took 300 of those days
and talk
to 2 people every single day, every day, do the math. 2 times 3 is what, 600 people, right? Right?
Yeah.
600 people in that 300-day period. If 90% of those people told you no,
you still got 60.
You still got 10%. Still got 10% of it, which is 60, right?
So you guys, when you started, because we didn't say all of it. I know your story. I'm like, you didn't say it all, right? Like, you were in another company before. You were in corporate America.
We
had left network marketing though. We had left it.
We said we were done. We've been in 3 companies, right, Robin?
The last one, was just some integrity issues. We couldn't deal with it, and so we just left the industry, and we're done. To be honest, we thought, at least anyway. Until we got a call about Isogenics.
We've always loved people. We're very passionate about it. But what separate Isogenic from the rest is integrity.
Mhm.
And then Ledell and I both get paid strongly every Monday. And the other companies, they wouldn't allow husband and wife to enroll. We couldn't even enroll our children. And we didn't understand that.
The same rule?
Not if they was in the same household, we couldn't do that. But it's a blessing here because Isogenic allow spouses, even if your children, you can enroll them all.
18 and older.
And that's fair, you know what I'm saying? So I like that. But
Because we have two incomes in Isogenic. We have two businesses.
In Isogenic.
And I love to tell people we get paid twice weekly on their business. Because I look at this, you'll hear the story. I enroll first, and then we enroll her. Although she reminds me it could be the opposite. Okay,
well,
all right.
I thought it would be good for his ego, so I say, you know what, we'll let him wear the pants and let him come in first.
But then she say, well, I get to spend both of them anyway. But the fact of the matter is, the point of the matter is that we can tell people you can build two businesses if you're a couple from home. And I love to also share with people in 10 and a half years now, with the exception to week 1, because we're paid 1 week in arrears, right? We've gotten paid every single week for 10 and a half years. Both of us have in Isogenics, and there's never been a week we missed getting paid. That's powerful.
And I've never lost my status as an executive, because honestly, I've always been a recruiting machine. For one, I believe in just building a consultant factory.
Go ahead, Robert.
I want to say, because I think obviously you guys are so successful. If I didn't say in the beginning, many of you all know that are on here, Isogenics Legacy Club members, millionaires, and helped a lot of people that way, physically, financially, doing the work, as she said, and recruiting machine. So when you started though, and you had some experience, but you didn't have experience when you started in the other companies, like what?
Well, we didn't bring anybody here with us.
No,
we didn't come to Isogenics with an organization or anything like that. We literally started from ground zero.
But she mean in network marketing in the very beginning, we had zero experience.
Right.
What would you tell like some of these people that are, consultants or managers? What would your first words of advice be
for them to get to
the next level? Because obviously you have this experience, or I have experience now, and they might think, well, you have all this experience to talk and so what's your advice for your new consultants or managers to get to the next level?
Well, that's a great question, Robin, or whatever, as well as Roy. I would say the question would be, okay, once a person become a consultant, okay, that means they got one on the left, one on the right. And so now they're consultants. So we're going to celebrate in their success, and we believe in recognizing our people and applauding them, but don't embrace it too long. I want to make certain they understand what it looked like to go to the next level. So it's very clear that, okay, you got your first 2 people you got in, but you think that people also that's going to eat tomorrow that maybe want to get their products paid for. So we always put the focus on how they can get their groceries for free. And that seemed to work because we want people to understand there's no new money. You're just redirecting. So once they hit the rank of Krista consultant and they just got paid a minimum of, let's say, $150 or whatever, I want to make certain they understand the next level, you're going to get $100 per consultant plus a $250 rank advancement bonus, which is $450, but you're going to have that cycle money in there. So they're going to make a minimum of $500. So I might say, Mary Ann, how would you like to make $500 in the next week or 2? If you can put a list together with your 2 people, let's get on the phone and do some 3-way calls and think about 2 people. Each one of them going to bring 2 people to the call. And they do that. We're doing that. We're in the trenches with our people, but we want them to know how much money they're going to leave on the table if they don't get there by this date. I
want to say this too, baby, that and this may relate, some of you may relate to this if you're new at this and maybe you're not even a consultant yet. And you bring them into the business, they're interested in the products. Oftentimes people will tell you, well, I'll join, but I'm really only interested in using the products, right? Probably a lot of you heard that.
Yeah.
Well, that happens most of the time. In fact, most of the Isogenics millionaires, probably the last 100 or so of them, will tell you when they joined Isogenics, it was for the purpose of using the products.
Yep.
Using the products. They had no intentions whatsoever of building a network marketing business. It was just for the products. They were wowed, by the products. They had great success. And what happens, we see that all the time too. But one of the things we do, Gwen mentioned here earlier, is we talk to people right away about, hey, how would you like to get these? You love the products, but how would you like to get them for free? Now we got their attention now.
Yep.
We got their attention now. How would you like to get them for free?
And they want
And
to
then
know
they went,
how.
well, how do I get them for
Yeah.
free? I said, well, think about it. You using these products, you love them. Do you know 2 other people maybe that would, like to basically feel how you're feeling or experience the products? Or another question is, not only how would you like to get your products for free, but how about getting your initial investment back right away? They're interested in that also.
But
So now you got somebody who's thinking about, okay, if I get 2 people, I can get my initial investment back. Also, along with that, maybe I can get my products for free. So not everybody's going to fall for that or go for it, but I guarantee you a number of them will, because you planted in their mind, I can get my money back. And secondly, if I want to keep doing this, I can pay for these products. They can pay for themselves.
And the thing that we have to realize, if the average person had earned just an additional $300 a month, they would not have filed bankruptcy. So sometimes people think, everybody got to hear the $2,000 or $3,000 a month, but with some people, believe it or not, an extra $300 can change their household. So we have to realize that and know who we're dealing with. And then there are other people that's not going to move them because they used to hearing big numbers and big money. And so that's why I said we've learned to just know who you're dealing with and what. So we often ask them, I would say, well, Robin, how much money would change your life? And then I want to just, I guess, listen and ask them that question. And like we got a lady, Brenda, she owns her own radio station. We really couldn't get her to do the business. She just wanted to use the product. But then her success story is when the products radically changed her life. Everybody at that radio station wanted to know, Dr. Muhammad, what are you doing? Because you look great. You look great. You couldn't walk your dog during the day because she was having to use a cane. She was limping. Now all of a sudden, she had more strength in her joints, more mobility. Her mental clarity is back. And she was just saying how much the products has helped her. So honestly, everybody calling her wanting to know how can they get on the product she's on. So this week I enrolled 3 people for her. She went Crystal Manager and doing well, but it had more to do with the fact the products wowed her enough to see that she need to be helping other people like the products helped her. She said, I'm selfish not to share.
And so that's one approach, right? It's people who use the products, they get great results. And there are going to be some people who are going to tell you from the very beginning, let me just use the products first. Let me see if they work, right? And then maybe later on we can talk about it, because I can't talk to nobody about something that's not working for me, right? You've heard that before. I know we all have, right? But then there are some people, as I said before, who will listen to the idea immediately of getting their products for free or maybe getting their initial investment back. There are going to be some people who will jump on that right away also, but you got to talk about it first, right? You got to bring it up, because some people, if you don't bring it up, they don't even have any idea that they can get their initial investment back, or that they can potentially get their products for free, because network marketing doesn't scare everybody.
No.
Right.
It doesn't frighten everybody. It really doesn't.
No.
So some people think it does, but there's a lot of people who have experience here. And not most important, there are a lot of people who want to make money.
They do.
Yeah.
You just got to talk about it.
And I was, one of the things Gwen Ledell taught me was the fact that, when you sell the people the product in the beginning, contact that person and find out how you're doing with it. Have you seen any benefits from taking this product? Because sometimes good things happen, and if you don't call it to their attention, they don't even know it's helping them. So you want to make sure they recognize that the product is helping them. That's and right. then, okay, have you talked to your neighbor? Then they'll talk to other people about it, And once they become a consultant, you want to share this with your friend. Do you think you got a friend that'll need this? And they get that too. But then you don't stop there. You just assume that, okay, now we're going to make sure that your friend get her too, and this one get her too. They need money too, right? Let's see what we can do about that.
And you just planting the seed, because like Marianne, Gwen Hicks that you had me talk to. Right. Well, she called 3 times today, and she already got 3 people enrolled, and she just got a package today. So some people, she hit consulting before she even got a package.
Yeah. But again, there's some people who have that mindset.
That's her mentality. She's a big picture thinker.
And that's what I was getting at earlier. Some people aren't afraid of making money.
Right. So it's just once we showed her what the potential was, financial for her. She ran with it, but what do you think she did? She went and called some girlfriends and told them the kind of money she's going to get on Monday. So then the girlfriends called with her on the three-way for me to share it with them also. So she's building a team in Columbus, Georgia, and just enrolled herself. I just enrolled her like 3 days ago.
You guys are like literally, do you hear their posture, their certainty, conviction, excitement? I mean, wind it up, wind it up.
Well, you know, there's passion here. We feel more excited about Isagenix today than we did 10 and a half years ago.
Wow.
Because we're onto something really, really great here, guys. And so if you hear nothing else tonight, if you walk away with nothing else tonight, we heard Jimmy Smith. In fact, 10 and a half years ago, actually did a training call Monday night. We were fortunate to get on. But anyway, we met him 10 and a half years ago, and he said to us, he said, let me just, you guys understand this whole, you were talking about it in the compensation plan there. We were watching you do that, Robin. You know, the cycling thing, you know, and how you're getting paid to infinity, left, right, 600 on one side, 3 on another.
Right.
And he was talking about that, the geometric progression of numbers. You get 2, and then those 2 get 2, there's 4, and those 4 get 2, there's 8, and 8 get 2, there's 16. So, and if you understand the progression of those numbers and you're getting paid to infinity, and that's the key word, infinity. The only way you lose
is to quit. And Robin, let me tell you, we were supposed to be a part of the top 300 call with corporate, and we forgot and got on Jimmy's call and missed our call. And we don't usually forget, but we were just so excited about Jimmy, and it happened to be the same time as his call.
This was Monday night.
Yeah, but he did an awesome job.
No, actually, last night was the 300 call. What? Last night was the 300 call. Top 300 call. Yeah.
There's so many calls. He's amazing too. For those of you that don't know, #1 income earner in the company. Literally, he's 80 something.
Oh, 93.
No, he's 93.
Oh, stop it.
93. And he joined when he was 74 years young when he joined Isagenix, right? And this guy has made $86 million, but as a family,
68 million personally.
Yeah, but 80
and the family over, because he set his 2 daughters up to become multi-millionaires also. And so, I mean, it's just amazing.
He started at 74.
They started at 74,
and
now he's 93. And if you saw this guy, Mary, it's downright amazing.
He's so amazing, Jimmy. I love Jimmy.
Here he is doing a PowerPoint slide presentation on Zoom at 93 years
Well, you know what? He was the one that was instrumental in us saying yes to Isagenix.
Unbelievable.
Because he did a presentation in Columbus, Georgia. Hillary,
Augusta.
It was actually in Columbus, Augusta. But anyway, it impressed us so much. And Ledell and I came home. He said, if you get this, you won't be able to sleep tonight. And so just listening to Jimmy Smith had a lot to do with why we're here today.
Absolutely. And he was right on. Think about it. 74 years old when he joined Isagenix, been here for 19 years. The #1 income earner in the history of the company has personally earned $68 million.
But as a
family, they've earned over $80 million. That's somebody you want to listen to, right?
He's amazing. I actually text him because I had someone and he was available to do a Zoom call still.
He's done several for us. He's doing one for us coming up
next in April. Yeah.
And so he's so awesome. He's awesome. Just like
awesome too. Kathy does Zoom calls for our team. And so we just so proud to be with Isagenix because a lot of leaders and owners like Kathy Cooper, they're not touchable. And the other network marketing companies, we can never get the owner to do a call for us or talk to the team. And Kathy is just anxious to do it. She always asks, why don't y'all lean on me more? But we know how busy she is, so we don't feel like we don't like to call her too often and wear her out because everybody's leaning on Kathy Cooper.
Don't wear her out. No, we don't want to.
They wear her out.
We're concerned about her sometimes.
Good too. For her age, she
looks great.
Looks great.
She's amazing. I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I think someone, is Tamika still here? Tamika, did you have a question? She raised her hand.
Okay, go ahead.
Tamika? Hello. Unmute.
Hi, Tamika.
Yes, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Okay. So the 3-way calls. First of all, thank you guys so much. I've been looking and waiting and bugging Robin and Roy to meet with you guys. So thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
3-way call. How do we convince people? Especially I'm just gonna be candid. Our people to get on this three-way call and it's not a scam.
Okay, well, what we always tell them to say is, first of all, I value your opinion, because, you can lead people to the water. You can't make them drink it, Tamika. So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We have something that's so good. That's not to be arrogant, but just let them know I got something that's life-changing that I know can radically change your life. And all I want is your opinion. It's not going to be any pressure, but I value your opinion, and it won't be a waste of your time. And they feel like you treating them special because you saved this time.
I could have gone to somebody else, but I really value your opinion.
And I respect your opinion. So I respect and value your opinion. So as my friend, I just want you to give up just 3 to 5 minutes just to listen, okay?
Or what's even better sometimes is if they're not willing to get on a call, maybe send them a video.
Yep.
Use the tools. Use the tools. And my belief is that if they're not really willing to spend 5 minutes or so or less even to watch a short video, they're not serious anyway. They're really not serious anyway. So you're going to save your time, to be honest with you. And it helps to kind of discern or distinct to separate those who are serious versus those who aren't. Because if they're willing to watch the video, they're most likely willing to talk. They really are.
So it's a weeding out process.
It is.
So not everybody you talk to gonna say yes or get on a Zoom call or whatever. But that's okay. You looking for just that few. It doesn't take a boatload of people. It just takes finding the right few people.
That's all.
And people,
those right few people are going to become your duplicators anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
they're going to become your duplicators anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mary.
Thank you.
I said they change their mind just like we do. And sometimes the same person can call and today, okay, I'm cool. I'm gonna listen to what they say. So we have to realize people depends on what's happening in our life at that moment.
Yes, that's right.
So it's timing.
Take it personal.
Yeah.
Marianne, both of you, either of you, how often are you, like, how long do you wait to follow up with someone that says they're going to do it? What if you, I'm sure you have people that say they're going to do it and then they don't do it.
Yes, absolutely.
So how long do you wait to follow up, or what do you say when you follow up with someone?
I set a timeline. I says, okay, you said you'd like to hear about that. What about, do you think tomorrow afternoon you would have had a chance to watch that video by then? So therefore you putting it down. Okay, well, let me try to contact you at 4 o'clock on tomorrow. Is that a good time? And like so I make them to commit to a specific time.
Yeah.
And they said, no, I can't. Tomorrow I got a hair appointment. I said, okay, what about the next day? Okay, let's just put that down. Wednesday around 5. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll see you then. We can talk about it then.
I love it.
And Robin, one last thing. I always used to saying that, look, I can tell you're a person of your word because you're busy just like I am. And I really do respect you. I want you to respect my time just like I'm gonna respect yours. So I have 4 o'clock available on Tuesday, or I have 6 o'clock. Well, Robin, which one worked best for you? Roy, which time worked better for you? Because really, we're busy. We're busy. We got so many people leaning on us. And so I know sometimes we'll schedule private Zoom presentations for people, like doing some one-on-ones, and they might not show up. We know that's part of it, but we just let them know. I don't deal with that as much because they feel guilty. I let them know, it's okay to say no, but I tell you what, you seem a lot like myself. I do what I say I'm going to do.
And it's okay to tell them that, you know what, even during this short Zoom presentation, if you discover at any point in time you're not interested,
it's okay.
That's okay. Yeah. Just tell me, when we're gonna still be friends, but just let's not waste each other's time though, because I really respect your time. And I just ask that you do the same for me. And if you could develop that kind of posture,
it's okay,
and not leave people think you're just begging them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We're not begging them. We're educating, we're offering, we're extending, but we're not here to beg them to do anything.
And we don't have to, because what we got is so good. So
it's so good.
Some people you have to bless them and release them. And remember, sometimes it's better to birth a new one than try to resurrect the dead.
That's right.
Because some of them just don't get it. And that's okay. We're excited, and not everybody gonna be as passionate as we are. But I'm so freaking fired up about this darn college, and I mean it's a game.
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna ask you that. I was like, I don't want to end this call until you share your college and experience.
Well, I got to do another before and after because my lashes, I used to wear those fake lashes and they had taken out all my lashes. I'm keeping it real. And I would try to put mascara and couldn't extend them. But now I'm wearing my natural lash.
Girl got lashes, y'all.
And I'm telling you, I'm doing my natural lashes. So I need to do another 60 day. The first one was the day 1 and day 30. I need to do a day 1, day 30, day 60, and I'm gonna send it to you. But it's downright amazing how long. Everybody's saying, when I was at a restaurant today, the lady said, "You got gorgeous lashes. Are they yours?" And she looked closely. "Oh, you got beautiful natural long lashes."
Well, let me tell you this.
And I said, "Well, I didn't used to have them." She said, "Well, how did you grow them?" I said, "With collagen." So she enrolled today with she wanted all 6 boxes. Yeah. She said, "I don't want to." She said, "Why get the 4 box for $152 when I can save some money and spend $203 for the 6 boxes?" I said, "Well, Valerie, you got it." And she enrolled with me just today with that. And so we just sat,
nails too, though.
And it's grown my nails, my skin.
She told me you being a guy, you never know what a fill-in is, to be honest with you, Roy. Okay. I never knew what I hear women say all the time, I need to go get a fill-in. And finally one day I asked her, "What's a fill-in, by the way?" And so she showed me, of course, the separation, the growth, and the nails and all that stuff. And so, and she made a comment, I guess, a month or so ago, "Wow, my nails are growing so fast," you know what I mean? So I started looking down. I'm like, "Girl, you do need to fill in," you know what I mean?
So be careful what you tell your men.
So these nails have been growing faster and faster. Yeah. It's amazing. I'm noticing the fill in now need even more frequently.
Yeah. And one other thing, let me tell you this. When I used to take high blood pressure meds for years, and it had taken out all my edges, and my hair has grown back. All my hair has grown back. And my hairstylist is blown away. So she enrolled because she got a lot of clients that want their hair to grow. And so it's really good for hair growth as well. But it hadn't done that yet for him.
I'm waiting for it. But she must admit though, I have to shave more frequently though.
But I actually like him more bald anyway. But he likes for me to rub it.
Yeah, that's all good there, Let's not forget that, okay?
We feel so blessed to have you two here. I can't say enough of how much I bragged about you all to some of these listeners here. And so let me ask you this. If you could leave us with one thing as far as those who are in it and may have had some stalls in what they're trying to do and sometimes getting discouraged, what would be your words of encouragement and how they have to have that stick-to-itiveness to stick with it, to keep going? What would you leave us with today or tonight about that, as far as your thoughts?
Marion, why don't you go? Marion, why don't you start first?
You want to go first, and then we'll close it out?
Yeah.
Because
what would be your word encouragement?
What I would say is, I was thinking about this morning, and so many people, they get discouraged. So I thought about this morning. I just wrote this down. I says, if you stop and look down, you're sure to fall and stumble. But if you look up, you'll see the sun, you'll see the stars, and begin to stand tall. So don't give up. Don't give up. Beautiful things are just ahead. And that's the way it is about Isogenic. So I wrote that this morning. I love poetry, and it motivates me, and that's what they have to keep. Don't give up.
And Marion, we're proud of you because you didn't give up. And she could have.
Beautiful.
You could have been a statistic.
Yeah, could have been a statistic.
I'm so proud of you. Look at you, like literally, you're walking proof. You're showing the way. It's amazing, incredible.
Well, Robin, I want to say most people are one person away from their miracle, and I mean that in all sincerity. It doesn't take as many people as people think, or whatever. But I want to tell people: don't quit. Don't give up. It's worth it. You're with the best company. We've been, like I told you, with 3, and God saved the best for last. We've been here going on 11 years. So we're here to stay. And the company is fair. They have integrity. They live by the motto, if it's not right for our associates, it's not right for the company. We served on the field advisory board, and we've seen corporate reverse decisions because they wanted it to be fair for everyone,
including the field.
Including the field. So that's what I'm saying. It's a win-win, and they live behind it. They're the real deal, and they're generous. This is the most generous company we've ever been a part of, and they're going to always do the right thing, and we can count on it.
We've seen that many times over, and I guess I'll wrap it up by saying this: that one of the reasons we came back, first of all, Isogenics the integrity of the company. You can feel really good about that. They're going to do the right thing. This begins with the Cougars themselves. Secondly, I would say that what you have here is the opportunity to build a legacy for your family.
Yes.
If you have your kids or whoever you want to build a legacy for, you really have an opportunity. This is a company that's going to be here for generations to come. I feel really good about Eric Coover taking over this company. We had a conversation recently with Kathy Coover, and we were just talking, and we were talking about the fact that it seems like Eric has taken over the reins of this thing at the perfect time.
Yes.
He's painted a vision for this company. You see some of those things coming into fruition already, right? And it's just feeling good. I mean, this guy is going to take Isagenix to a whole nother level, and we can just see it's happening. We really can. So you can feel good about being a part of something. In my mind, it's just simply getting started. And where Isagenix is going. The future looks really, really bright. It looks very bright, but you just can't give up. Don't let anybody stop you.
No, and you have to give gratitude and thanks, and give a lot of thanks and shout out to Robin and Roy, because they love you. You guys got the best leaders. I know them both personally, and I love them.
Let's follow these guys.
I want you to know what they telling you is because they genuinely love you. It's about more than money. They truly care about your success.
Absolutely.
And so just give a lot of thanks and gratitude, and just don't quit.
And we ask that you duplicate that.
And they
did this call tonight because they care about you. But you know what? You show that same love and care for the people that you're introducing to Isagenix, and it's going to duplicate, because people are watching you. Everything you do, whether it's good or bad, it duplicates. So keep that in mind. If you make this difficult and don't use the tools, people look at you, they look at what you're saying, they look at what you're doing. You mean I have to do all of that stuff? I don't think I really want to do that. But if you make it easy by using the tools, right? Leveraging your upline, using the tools, they'll say, well, wow, that's something I can do too. So they're watching you. Keep it simple, use the tools. And I tell you, I promise you, when it's the right person, they'll join you.
And I want you to know we're one team. We're here to, if you guys, I know you guys got the best leadership, but we just want you to know, they know we're always a phone call away. And so we love giving back. It's all about the gift of health and helping other people. And we mean it from the bottom of our hearts. We're one team and one family.
We
love you guys. I see Kurt. Hey, Kurt. And I'm looking at Bella. That's my girl. And I got to talk to Christy and all of you. I see Lisa, Sadie, welcome. You know, Jenny.
You guys have great leadership there.
Anita, beautiful picture. I like Anita's still shot. She's beautiful. Cassie, welcome Cassie and Brandy. So I just want to thank everybody for taking out the time.
And Marianne, thank you, dog.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tamika.
Bye-bye, guys. God bless all of you. Love you guys.
Love you. Thank you
Love
guys
you
so much.
Guys, hang in there. Don't give up. Don't give
we'll
up.
Look forward to seeing you in Fiji, Robin and Roy.
Hey guys, don't give up. Don't give up.
We're gonna see a lot of you guys in Cabo San Lucas. We're already focusing on the next trip. Our goal is to help develop 10 millionaires.
Man, I see you with those products back there. I see you with those products back there.
Anita. I like it. Yes.
I like it.
Okay,
thank you so much, Marianne. You too. You're incredible. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you. And I appreciate you all having me with this group. It was a joy being with you today.
Amazing. Okay, God bless everyone.
God bless you guys.
Bella, tell your husband hello.
Bye-bye.